Today's video will teach you how to make Santa hat nail art design. In order to make this nail design, you will need a piece of paper towel. This will be used to place your hand on, and it will ensure that none of the nail polish will get on any of the furniture or any surrounding objects. You will also need nail polish remover to take off any nail polish that you have on your hands, or to fix any blemishes or mistakes you might make along the way. Make sure to bring cotton pads or any type of tissue that you can use to take off the nail polish. I just have 2 cotton balls. Next, you will need a base coat that you can apply to the base of the nail. I'm using Essie's 3-in-1 nail polish. This one allows me to use it as a base coat, a top coat, and a strengthener. But if you have a top coat or a base coat that you can use, that's fine as well. You'll also need a red nail polish. I'm using Essie's Lollipop, and it is more of a reddish orange tone, but if you want to go for a darker red, it's your decision. And next, you will need white nail polish that you'll use as the trim and decorations on the Santa hat. I'm using OPI's Alpine Snow, but you can use whichever one you want to use at home. And lastly, you'll need a nail dotter tool to help make the design on the Santa hat. If you don't have a dotting tool, that's fine. You can always use a dried out pen. Alright, so that's all you'll need to make the Santa hat. So first you're going to apply your base coat to your nails. I've already applied my base coat. So you're going to wait till your nails dry, and then you can begin to draw your nail design. So you're going to take your red nail polish that you'll be using to create the Santa hat, and you're going to be making tiny triangles that will actually go about halfway on the nail. So you'll have to make 2 separate angles, one going on the left side and one going on the right side to be able to make the triangle. So I'll show you. And it doesn't matter if it's not exactly perfect, you can always go over it again, but you just want to basically make the outline of the triangle. So there we go, we have our first one. Now we'll continue and make more of them for the rest of the nails. Make sure to give it a little point at the top, so that's where you're going to put your decoration. So as you can see, we have 2 Santa hats. So you're going to proceed to do the rest of the nails. There we go, so all of my little Santa hats are done, and we're going to wait for them to dry so that we can apply our white nail polish with our dotting tool. Now that your nails are dry, you're going to take your white nail polish and your dotting tool to create the little pom-poms at the top of the hat. So we'll begin to use the dotting tool. Now make sure that you're using it on the bigger side. There are 2 different sides, one that's smaller and one that's bigger. We're going to use the bigger side. So what I like to do is I like to take off the excess nail polish, just leave a little bit, and take your nail dotting tool and just go on the brush and try to get as much as you can on it on both sides. And make sure that the dot is entirely covered, like so. Alright, and we're going to start to make our first dot. And we're just going to go right at the tip. So it's a little bit smaller, so we're going to just make it a little bit, spread it out. I'm doing this by just dotting over and over in the same spot very lightly, just to expand the circle a little bit more. Just because I want my circle to be a little bit bigger. So now I've created my first dot, and I'm going to do the same thing to the rest of the nails. Remember, just make sure you don't put too much on it, because you don't want it to droop too much on the nail when you're actually dotting it on, okay? So now that I've created all of the dots that are at the top of the hat, I'm now going to go on to make all of the dots that will be used for the trim, right at the bottom of the hat. And you can do this in 2 different ways. If you want, you can use a dotting tool, which I'll be using for this video, or you can just do a straight line, almost like what you would do for a French manicure. So again, I'm just gonna get some of the white nail polish off from the bristle of the nail polish brush. And I don't want to get too much, but just enough to cover the top. So I finished creating the trim for one of the nails, and I'm going to continue to do the rest. As well, you don't have to make the dots the same size. They can be irregular in shape. You just want to make sure that they're all connected together so it looks like it actually is a trim. Once you're finished this hand, just do the next hand. So I have already put on the top coat on my nails, and this is the finished product. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.